Hello, and thank you for watching this informative video about Wardriving. This was made for Dr. Brooks' INFS 4900 class at Middle Tennessee State University. And first off, you might be wondering what Wardriving is exactly, so I'll get my good friend Phil here to explain it to you.
Wardriving is the act of searching for Wi-Fi wireless networks by a person in a moving vehicle using a portable computer or a PDA.
And where did the term Wardriving come from?
Wardriving, or the etymology of it, originated from war dialing, the concept of war dialing from the movie War Games, which refers to the practice of using a computer to dial many phone numbers in the hopes of finding an active modem.
While Wardriving is specific to vehicles, is there other types of sniffing for wireless connections?
There are different ways of detecting publicly accessible computer systems or wireless networks, such as war karting, or chalking, or cycling, or flying, or running, or walking, or kitting, or cooking, and or showering.
And while we'll talk about the legality behind Wardriving later, what's the difference between Wardriving and
Piggybacking, which is connecting to a network using its services without explicit authorization. War drivers are only out to log and collect information about the wireless access points, or WAPs, that they find while driving without using the network's service. It actually is impractical to piggyback and Wardrive at the same time, as Wardriving software actually takes control of the wireless radio.
And tell us a little bit about various Wardriving software.
See, different Wardriving programs do different things. Programs such as Kismet or Kismac are passive, meaning that they will only listen for the broadcast signals and log those broadcast addresses. Other programs such as NetStumbler will actively send probe messages to the access points and will look for responses from them. While these are happening, no actual data from the routers are being transferred itself, meaning that the network isn't being infiltrated and used.
Can you quickly tell us some of the legal issues to Wardriving?
There have been legal issues that have come up recently as to whether or not people actually think Wardriving is stealing data and information from people, and it is being used to actually exploit people's networks and gain information from them. It's being questioned, but there are actually no laws that prohibit or allow Wardriving, though many locations have laws forbidding authorized access of computer networks and protecting personal privacy. See, in the United States at least, there is a case that has been used in a lot of referencing whether or not war dialing or Wardriving or any of this type of network accessing is allowed is the case of the state versus Allen. And Allen has been war dialing in an attempt to get free long distancing calls through Southwestern Bell's computer systems. But when he was presented with the password protection screen, he didn't attempt to bypass it, which means the court has ruled that although he had contact and approach with the computer system, this does not constitute access to the company's network, meaning he got out scot-free.
And when a user downloads one of these programs and goes around themselves in Wardrives and gathers this information, what can they do with it exactly? Do they make maps with this information? Do they make it publicly available?
There are maps out there that do show different Wi-Fi nodes that a lot of people have made. Back in December 2004, a class of 100 undergraduates actually worked to map the city of Seattle over a period of several weeks. Within this time frame, they have actually found 5,225 access points, which 44% were secured with web encryption, which I'm sure that could be bypassed within seconds nowadays. 52% were open, and 3% were pay-for access, which I'm sure there are hotels and some upscale organizations or restaurants that offer that.
Okay, thank you, Phil. Now we'll have a brief overview of the software and hardware you'll need to ward drive yourself.